welcome to week 5 of United Scarab Khemirates march through GMAN Division 5. Yeah, welcome along. If you've been following the season so far, you will know that things have been going rather well, actually. We've won all 4 games, and we come into this one as what you have to say is sort of heavy favourites, really. I'm just busy buying and firing some cheerleaders so I can get the cash down, just to bring that team value down a little bit. Yeah, it's 4 wins out of 4 so far this season, which is very good news. Can't complain with that at all. This is how the team's looking. We're not looking too bad here either. We've got a couple of Tomb Guardians who are 1 casualty each away from leveling up, and this could be the day to do it. We're going to a match today in which I think objectively you would say we're heavy favourites. We're up against the Imperishable 4, who are another Khemri team, so it's the first Khemri-off of the season. And Thernlow, unfortunately for him, currently bottom of the table after the first 4 games. Had a bit of a rough start and is missing a Tomb Guardian with Mighty Blow for this as well. Comparing the teams, we've got very similar Tomb Guardians in Teuton Ono and Ramses III. Break tackle instead of stand firm there. Otherwise, pretty much identical to the 2 I've got. The Blitz Ras are the big difference. Whereas we've got piling on Mighty Blow on both, we don't even have Mighty Blow on either of these yet. So that's the big weakness of this team, and it's where the TV hole is. So it must be said, 2 Agi 3 Throw Ras is very nice, but the thing is today, that's not, I'm hoping that's not going to be too much of a threat. But famous last words. The skeletons are fairly well developed. We've got a one here with guard, which is nice. Always nice to get that extra guard in there. And it does mean that he actually outguards me by 1. Got a kicker as well in Tom, and then Tim and Ken have dirty player and block respectively. So he's at 1410. We're at 1660. That means that Thernlow is getting about 250k. Plus it's 130k in the bank, so we can go really aggressive on this if he so wishes. But missing a Tomb Guardian at the start of the game in a Khemri-off is never good news, and it means that we out Mighty Blow him 3-1. We've got 1 on a Tomb Guardian, and we've got 2 Mighty Blows on the Blitz Ras. Of course, we do have an Agi 3 throw Ra, sorry, if I can speak this morning. Yeah, we've got an Agi 3 of our own now in Imhotep Pratchetep. So the threat here really today is probably going to be the Wizard if he takes it. Now, we've said that before. It does have the option to go for something like Satek as well if he's feeling that way inclined. Satek costs 220k. But to be honest, I think we're likely to see a Wizard and 2 Babes here, which would bring you to exactly 250k. And that Wizard is just a threat that means that if I want to carry it on the Agi 3 fella, there's every chance he gets bolted and the head and removed. So it would certainly make me consider carrying on the Agi 4. But generally speaking, you would suggest that we are favourites for this one, as I was saying. Although Thernlow not to be underestimated. Had a very good season in the Fresh Divisions last season. Narrowly missed out on the playoffs. So certainly not going into this one thinking it's a guaranteed win. I think the cards have certainly been dealt in our favour. But this is Blood Bowl. You never know. So just taking a bit of time to consider what he wants to do here. Plenty of options for him. Obviously, Satek coming in at 220k, which is an extra body. In terms of numbers, he's down that Tomb Guardian, of course, which means he's at 12, I'm at 13. Tactically, in a mirror like this, it's just going to be about getting the numbers advantage. We're going to go for a bribe and probably a Wizard. I think in his scenario, I would probably have gone for the Wizard and 2 Babes, because numbers is going to be vital here. So anything that's a KO, very likely to come back, of course, with 2 Bloodwiser Babes. 17 seconds to make this decision. And it is going to be a Wizard. So I believe that's the first wizard we've faced this season. So we'll see whether it makes a difference. So it is that threat now. That might affect whether we want to be on offense or defense first. Generally speaking, whoever wins the toss here wants to hit first. So there we go. We are in his stadium, which I don't think has any inducements attached to it. Or not inducements, sorry. Any enhancements attached to it. Thernlow, when we were organising this game, he's actually, I believe, broken his foot. So is on fairly heavy-duty painkillers from what I've heard as well. So if you do end up watching this back, get well soon. Hopefully that doesn't last too long. And hopefully it's not too bad a break. And you're quite literally back on your feet soon. But yeah, it should be an interesting one today. It's Khemri versus Khemri. It's not going to be bomb and passes everywhere. Certainly a different sort of threat to the High Elves the other week, for example. So it looks like he has won the toss, which means we are going to set up defensively. And we are going to... We're going to leave Pratchett on the bench, but we are going to bring this thrower on. Just in case we are able to... that wasn't the player I wanted to put there. Just in case we are able to steal here. So we'll just shift him inside for a moment. And we're going to put the rookie Tomb Guardians to the outside because we don't want to lose any advantage that they give us. So what we don't really have to worry about today is a big offensive push down one side. This is all just going to be about taking our time, picking off targets, and then going from there, really. Pointless putting the Tomb Guardians on the line because he's got guard and strength 5 of his own, so they're just going to take a hit. And if we do see a random removal, that gets rid of one of the advantages we have here. See, I mean, like I said, this could be famous last words, but I don't think I mind the 2 RG3 throw Ras too much. Yeah, he considered buying a Merc, and I wouldn't have hated that, actually. But same scenario as me, we've got no block on any of the Tomb Guardians. And what I'm hoping today is that the Mighty Blow and the state of my Blitzras are going to make the difference in the removal game. Strength 4 on Ran Bowman as well means it's not too difficult for us to have a go at a Tomb Guardian if we want to as well. So it's interesting, of course, when you're playing in the mirror match, in that we know all of Thernlow's weaknesses, essentially. We know exactly what the issues are going to be when he's putting together his drive. So hopefully we can play around that a bit. I wouldn't be surprised to see him leave the kicker on the bench, because that's going to be a target. Guard Skeleton's also going to be a high priority target. And then we just work our way from there, really. I'd say number one thing I'd like to remove is actually Guard Skeleton early doors. Which would be good news. And then we can just focus on whatever's available. You know, if he's using a Blitzra to produce under the cage, then we can try and pick that off. And hopefully, we won't take too many removals ourselves. But even though there's only one Mighty Blow, this is still armor 7 on the front line. And that can always go wrong. So that's going to be kick-off return on this RG3 here. In terms of the fame, we have the +1 fame. And we get an extra reroll with that. So that's 4 rerolls for the half. It's very nice. And that is promptly spooned to the floor. And that's good news as well. Push him along the line. Helter-skelter there. That's a pout on the Fen fella. Just a stun, thankfully. So he's got a 3 dice here with the Mighty Blow now, which is exactly what he wanted to set up. Taking the 2 blocks there with block was good. That, oh, thought that might have been a turnover there, but Tomb Guardian gets the job done. And we're okay. So 1 more hit to take with Mighty Blow. This is the fear for old Jose Mourinho, but he's been good at surviving these in the past. Hopefully he does the same again. But you just sense that this may turn into a scrum, and it's one of those games, isn't it, where just whoever gets a couple of early removals, it could certainly snowball in their favour. This looks like it's going to be a blitz on a Tomb Guardian. But that really does leave that wrestle kicker sort of exactly where I want him. Ooh, and we get away with the 3 dice as well. That very nearly required a reroll. So the interesting thing, of course, when we come to set up here is that normally we would just march our guard Tomb Guardians right up to the front line and deny any blocks. But with all the strength 5 around, it's really difficult to do that. Okay, so guard skeleton being there, we did see he was number 1 target, so that is probably going to change where the blitz goes here. Here comes a blitz, and that is a double push only. So 1 stun, not really a great set of results for Thernlow there. Leaving that Tomb Guardian there sensible, because of course we've got to stand the skeleton up, and that does give him a free hit. I don't think we need to commit too aggressively early doors here. I think the likelihood of this play is going to be to try and hit the skeleton here with Taylor Swift. If we do roll pushes, we can just throw him into this Tomb Guardian and have another go if I'm willing to go the long way. And that is a failed 4+ pickup. We're trying to use the Blitz Roar because we're trying to get those things leveled. And I think that does make a lot of sense. Now, I don't think I'm really in too strong a position to go and commit heavily to that. We don't really have the players to do it, of course. So I think realistically, if we just step in here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that might leave our Blitzerar exposed. So I'm probably not going to do that, actually. We'll just take a shorter route. But we are going to hit him. That is for sure. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Well, we need to deny maneuverability from it. I might actually be half tempted to take a 4+ dodge here at the end to try and get him off that line. But we will see. We can base the kicker. And if we back him up with a skeleton there, I think we should be alright. That'll be difficult for him to get a block in there. We'll take this blitz now. I need the movement to get back. And you know what? We'll throw it. Okay, no removal. But I wanted I wanted the movement to get back into the middle here, and I wasn't going to follow that up and risk a foul from a skeleton. Don't know if I'm willing to risk a foul on that either. For now. So the best we can do is a 1 dice here if we push a guard Tomb Guardian. We can't do any better than that because we've got this fella stunned on the floor. I'm now suddenly realising the problems that everybody else has trying to come up against a Khemri team. Okay, so we are going to stand you up. I can't really afford to be leaving players on the floor and letting the Tomb Guardians move around. He might not knock him over. And then we'll shift you in there. I'm just doing that, just in case he decides to drop a daft fireball on these three. So, there we go, that's a great result. And of course it means we can only push him there, so we can't follow up that hit. So because this guard skeleton's here, he can blitz whichever Tomb Guardian he likes, essentially. But if he wants to guard one with the Mighty Blow, he would have to commit a player here, which would give me a Mighty Blow hit in return. So he's just going to come around the side like this. And he's not going to take that both down, is he? So this is so far so good, really. And that, of course, gives us the free hit on the guard skeleton the next turn, which is what we want. So if we assume this skeleton gets knocked down, he's not going to follow it up. Oh, he doesn't get knocked down. Wow, okay. So he's still not going to follow that up because he'd be following up into a Mighty Blow hit from set 7, and that would be bad. And he can commit. Well, he can't even commit a guard. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can commit a guard Tomb Guardian in there to get a 2-dice hit with that skeleton. But again, that might put a Tomb Guardian. It might expose him a little bit too much. It wouldn't take much for me to get some guard players of my own in there. Maybe have a blitz with Ron Bonemount and try and take him down. Nope, we're playing it the safe way. So we'll see again if he wants to pick up on this blitzer. I guess the issue is, of course, that he's spending so much TV on these throw rods, and he's not using them for ball carrying. But it's understandable. At 1-0-3, he probably thinks the playoff chance is gone already, so he's just focusing on developing the team. We might see a foul here. He does have a bribe, so the foul on anything that has a skill on the floor certainly makes sense. 6+ foul. Likely to see a removal of some sort here. Dirty player. Oh, it's a stun, and the bribe is gone. 1-1. Okay, so that is also good news. Pulling the blitzer our way, just in case I committed players to hit him. And we'll go for the 4+, and fail it again. Well, the ball's safe as far as Thernlow's concerned. It's not going anywhere in there, is it? So we have the opportunity to set up a couple of 3-dice hits either way, don't we? But I'm keen not to split. I think holding the centre ground is really important here. We don't want to split the team either side and let Thernlow just waltz through the middle. So just holding ground where we are is not too bad. We can probably commit you there. I don't think we're going to be trying to pick up anytime soon. So that is a 3 dice on you. And that produces nothing of use. So I suppose, again, we're not following that up. Because we'd be following up into a strength 5 player. He's exactly right. Oh, wow, we lost both the Blitzer's first 2 games this season. Okay. So, you see, what I could do is I could commit. I could start committing in here to get a hit on this Tomb Guardian. But that would possibly give up the centre of the field, which is what I don't want to do. So, we're going to commit to another 3 dice here. And that doesn't produce anything useful either. Okay, well, we have someone who can fix this. I'm wrong. Pro fails, and it looks like the guard skeleton is staying exactly where he is. What you're watching, folks, is the most boring game in Blood Bowl history so far. Don't want to expose you to a hit there, so we're just going to rearrange the line like that. Yeah, nobody can hit anything, unfortunately, so we're just going to push each other around. I think both of us are still waiting for something to happen that sort of kicks the game off. Right now, it's just very much skirmishing, trying to not give up hits. The bribe's gone, which is good. The wizard is still a factor. But the target here is to keep this at 0 at half time. And if we can somehow turn over and burn that wizard in the first half, even better. So now, of course, Thernlow's got the issue of only realistically being able to hit one thing and having to decide what that thing is going to be. Looks like he is committing to a Blitzra hit on a Tomb Guardian. So he's definitely shifting the play to one side now, so we are making a move. If he can pick the ball up, of course. Here comes that Blitzra hit onto Billy Ray Osiris, and it's a knockdown. Wow. Would you believe it? We are just about fine. If that thing had Mighty Blow, we were in trouble. This is going to be a slow burner, this one, folks, I think. Stick with it. Four plus pickup is finally good, so we can get the game underway a bit. This is sort of the one match where Thernlow could really get away with failing all those pickups, because there was nothing I could do to stop any of that. He does have a 1 dice available on this skeleton if he's feeling brave. But the whole game is going to shift over to one flank now, which hopefully means that we can box things in. Normally we've got the threat of the switchback that we have to consider, but it's not really a factor today. I assume he's about to take this 1 dice and he's just setting up a safety net ahead of that. If he doesn't, there might be a way to start applying some pressure soon enough. He does not. Okay, so we're going to stand you up. We're going to start committing, I think, into some tackle zones. You know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to tag that Tomb Guardian around the back, just to stop him from moving. The other reason I did that is because I want to get this Tomb Guardian in here. We're going to commit to the fight now. So this is the first hit. And that is much better in terms of result. Right, so this changes things slightly. We now have a 1 dice here, if we want it. So that'll be something to consider. Thrower's just going to come back into centre field. So what are we going to hit next? Well, I think... What do we want to do here? I suppose we can just... We're just going to knock that skeleton over, aren't we? Well, we could come around the back and target the kicker a bit. No, you're going to sit back here as a strength 4 threat, because we don't really need tackle today, do we? Have a go at you. Can't commit the team reroll unless we double skull. That's okay. Although the end result really isn't. We'll chance it, we'll skull it. Oh, we'll skull it again, that's bad. We got away with it because of the mighty blow not firing, but that is a little problematic, that dub skull. I think that was worth a go. Now we start giving up hits. So the fight is very much on now. I think we've made the initial salvo. Although we can't really take a hit here with that push. Because he's now got 2 guard Tomb Guardians in play. And he's got no... Well, he's got a guard skeleton here. So if he stands him up, then he could take a 2 dice there, I suppose. Unfortunately, Taylor Swift not breaking anything so far is really hurting us a little bit. Yeah, so that's where his hit's going to come from. He's going to stand him up and he's going to take a 2 dice here on the set 7. Oh, that needs a reroll. And we have stand firm, so we are going nowhere here. That actually puts him in a little bit of a problem. I'm going to make this a 3 dice around the back and probably going to move the ball back to midfield. There's a knockdown. I assume he might set up a big foul, actually. Gets a stun. We do have options here, though, for the next turn. We're going to be able to hit some stuff, in theory. Still got a blitz in play here, of course. But you have to say he's really run out of useful blitz targets, to be honest. Gives him a 2 dice there. Got no reroll for this, so he's going to come around with the blocker. That would be a GFI. They can go wrong. Oh, and that is going to be... You know, he's got wrestle. It's not going to be a turnover. But that actually denies him a potential 1 dice blitz there. And again, this does open up the opportunity for me to start hitting things. And hitting things is probably a good idea. There's a 2 dice there. If we follow it, we can get a 2 dice on that Tomb Guardian. We could also maybe take a blitz over here and potentially set up a foul on the kicker if that's the angle we want to go for. I'm going to put you in there for now so you're at least on your feet. Right. We can't make this a 3 dice because there's too much additional strength there. So we'll take the 2 and we'll roll, would you believe it, a double push. So here's what we're going to do. The blitz is going to be on the guard skeleton. And we're going to use Ran Bone Man because he gets a 3 dice. There we go. We get a stun, so we have at least broken armor. So that's good. Now we have a 2 dice on that Tomb Guardian. And we have a 2 dice on this Tomb Guardian as well. You're going to just commit there. You two are just going to switch across this way as we just... I mean, we've burned 4 of his turns already. Which is good news. The movement 7 is really useful for just sitting in the backfield as a safety, isn't it? Okay, so that is a high value target that we do manage to knock over. And we are going to knock him over there. Then that would have been a fairly nice hit. We're not going to follow this, we're just going to disengage now. That would have been followed up at the 2 Tomb Guardians, and that just would have been daft. So we do have the option to foul his kicker. I do kind of sense the play is about to move in this direction. Do you want to take that chance on the foul on the wrestle kick? You know what? We will. But only because it's on the REBBL logo. Oh dear. Well, there goes Tom. That's one way to remove a kick threat. Okay, so that was, in hindsight, a good decision. So we are now officially up by 1. That's the first removal of the game. Tom is dead. Rest his bones. And actually getting rid of wrestle kick is not too bad. It's 2 skills gone. The bribe's gone. And the ball is still stuck in Thernlow's half. And we're going to fireball everything. Okay. We're fine with this. So now the wizard's gone. And we didn't get any removals. That hasn't worked out. Okay, so all of the... At the start, I said we were likely to lose this on the inducements. Both the inducements are gone to very little reward. Although we do have 3 Tomb Guardians on the deck, although so does Thernlow now. So he's going to try and take advantage of me being on the floor here. This has, taking down those 2, has actually opened up a big channel for him to just shift the ball down here. So no removals, but yeah, this has opened up a big channel for him to start screening the ball down this side. So that puts me on the back foot considerably. It means we need to start tagging things to prevent the movement. That was the big play. So he's used the wizard offensively. So we have to say is if we can get to the end of the drive without conceding, then we're looking good. We'd also say is if he does score, it's very likely to be a 1-1. Yeah, he's about to have so many players moving through this channel that we could have some issues here. So that's a big old bunch of skeletons who've made a break for it. Over the 4+ dodge, fails it. I imagine he won't reroll. So that frees up my entire team, essentially. So these 2 are going no further than this. So they're just going to stand up. And I don't want to take a blitz here. Because I want to take a blitz on this skeleton here. So we can get some cover across. So you're going to get up there. You're going to come and tag this skeleton as a starting point. You are also going to come across here. We can make this a 3 dice really comfortably. And that gives us plenty of players on defense as well. We'll put you there. Got a skeleton on the floor that I haven't decided what I want to do with yet. And a Tomb Guardian on the floor that I haven't decided what I want to do with yet. So you are just going to chill right back here. tempted by a foul, but I don't think I can spare the players. There's our 3 dice. And that is worth a reroll. That's not a good result. That is really not a good dice result. We're going to have to follow that. Ken has done him some big favours there. So now the reroll's gone for all these GFIs I might have wanted, so I suppose we'll just tag you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 can put you on him. I'm just trying to prevent as many players as possible from getting forward. Just the 1 GFI there. Hopefully won't stack it. Doesn't. So his option... Who's free? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 players totally free. We've obviously funneled him into a channel right now. I mean, you can do that from there, can't you? Yeah, so I think overall, can't be too disappointed with how it's looking. I mean, yeah, we've suddenly lost a lot of pitch position compared to what we wanted. But at the same time, we have burned the wizard, and it was a fireball, and we didn't actually lose any players from it. 1, 2, 3. So he's in range to score now. That's a GFI. And that's a failed GFI. Okay, this is big. Gets his knockdown with Mighty Blow. Oh, no. No, 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 no. That's not good. Ah, that's really bad. That's really bad. That's him gone for the game against the Dark Elves next week. Damn. Well, he's well on the way to becoming an actual Tomb Guardian, his Ron Bone Man, but he is movement busted now. I don't think a movement bust is a fire. I think that's okay. But we're missing him for the Dark Elves next week. And that is not good. So all of Thernlow's rerolls are now gone. But he has removed one of my best players, so there is that. Needs to be careful with that dodge. If that fails, there is an option for me to get a hit on the ball there. Doesn't fail. That's kind of irritating. Be amazed if he doesn't push him there, so he's further away. Got another 1 dice on a Tomb Guardian if he wants it. He doesn't. Okay, so... what am I doing right now? I know what I'd like to do, but it needs a GFI. Tag you again. Okay, so I'm going to take that hit because it's 3 dice. We're going to find a nice big pow. Oh, and it's another one. Rob's gone. That's the guard skeleton. He's dead. Wow, bloody game all of a sudden. 2, 3. Right, so that frees up this Tomb Guardian. Right, okay. So essentially, if we 1 and 36 this, we're knackered. I mean, come on. We very, very nearly did, you know. I'm going to put you there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of need a GFI here too, so we'll take this blitz first. He's just looking to make a line of players. It's just not quite happening, is it? We could actually just hit that Tomb Guardian, I suppose. Useful. Well, that was almost very useful, actually. Right, what are we doing now? So the risk is that he finds a POW here, isn't it? So we'd like 1 GFI there. And we'd really like another GFI there. And we don't get it. So the risk is that he finds a POW and then it opens up a channel here. That's the problem we've got at the moment. The idea of standing him there was to cover that off. But if he does find a POW on the throw raw here, then he's got a big channel to work with. No rerolls though. That's break tackle. But of course no reroll, so if he rolls a 1, then it's essentially done and dusted. He doesn't have a hit on this Tomb Guardian because that throw raw would actually be an assist against it. He might be able to bring the guard in here, put a skeleton there, take a 2 dice here, and then maybe take a blitz through him, and that might open up the channel to score this turn. It's the sort of play that if anything goes wrong, he's massively exposed. It's all on this break tackle, isn't it? Oh, and it fails. That is a 1. And that definitely gives us a way in here. I think I might just have to do it with him, to be honest. Oh, because we can surf him if we do that. Yeah, that's a good play. Push is fine here because we can surf him. Power's also good. I'm fine if he goes in the crowd. I suppose I'm fine if it stays there. I think. I will scatter this. Oh dear. This happens too often, doesn't it? So now we're looking at a scoring threat, aren't we? Can we make Tomb Guardian scoring threat? Can you make it? You can't make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you can't make it, so you're out of the question here. You need a 4+ dodge to be a scoring threat. One that I don't think I would re-roll, just for the record. You have 2 dice there, which we can use to chain push him away from that Tomb Guardian. And stun him. So that means that this Tomb Guardian's got a problem trying to get out of here and make his blitz action. We could also foul that Tomb Guardian, actually. And by could, I mean we are going to foul that Tomb Guardian. See if we can knock you over. Ooh, that needs a reroll. Ah, come on. Well, we're not dead. So, okay, so we can't score. But Thernlow needs to get this on the floor and somehow get through there and score this turn. We might be looking okay. The target was to get a 0-0. And as a bonus, we've burned the bribe and the wizard. I mean, that's doable, to be fair. It's a 3+ dodge and a 2+ GFI. But how the hell he's going to get through to score, I've got no idea. Okay, that'll knock over with Jethro Tull. Okay, that ball is in a perfectly... That should be fine for me, I think. Should be. To be fair, I had no idea how he was going to get through this. He can 1-dice his way through there. If he stands this Tomb Guardian up, he can 1-dice through here to maybe open up a channel. But it's getting a player into the end zone that's the big problem for him. 1 dice, no reroll. It's a push. So this is now, it's still a 4, well, it's now a 5+ dodge, it's even worse, so. What was unlikely just got more unlikely. So this is basically a 6+, 4+. Or you can go 5+, 3+, 2+, 2+ route. Although that would actually be the same. He's actually 3, yes, so it's a 5+. For what that's worth, you might as well just do it this way. Not entirely sure what I'm watching right now, but I don't like it. Okay. That was a concern. We're going to surf him for that act of decadence there. Because that was not cool. Get in the crowd, son. Yeah, he's fine. Right, so we can still hit stuff. We can hit him. We can hit the dirty player. Which I like as an eye there. And we can probably just try a vanity pass on Ho Russell Pro, to be honest. Okay, nothing doing there. Have a go at you. Nothing doing there. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. Actually, we can still fix this. But if we pushed him away, we could have had a hit here. So in fact, you know what? We're going to have a hit here with the skeleton. 3, 4, 5, 6. If we knock him over, we might just foul him. Two on the bench. 8 plus foul with dirty player. Don't hate that. Don't hate that at all. No send-off either. Only one chance to get him back. That's a big KO roll. But that, as far as first halves go, we got what we wanted. 0-0, Wizard gone, Bride gone. And is the best Tomb Guardian staying out? We will see. He's not, he's back. This is the shame. Round Bone Man taking his movement bust. But to be honest, we'd gone so long without permanent injuries to key positionals that was kind of inevitable, really, eventually. So, we do it all again. It's our turn. But the Wizard's gone now. So what we're going to look to do is just take as many Mighty Blow hits as we possibly can. You're going in the backfield. The Wrestle Kicker's dead, isn't he? So that's fine. So that is going to be... Put you in the middle. And then we've got a 3 dice there. A 3 dice here. And a 3 dice there. And... as usual, I think we probably just blitz whichever one we don't knock over. In truth. If we knock them all over, we've got an option to hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got an option to hit a blitzer as well if we want. Ooh, does the ride help? I don't know. Maybe. Across there. I was worried about that. I was worried about that. Okay, that's nothing doing. Nothing doing there. Don't think I'm going to foul now. I just want to make sure that ball is safe. I'll hit you. Find a pow. Well, a stun is, I suppose, fine. Held Berserk on his offensive drive last game, only to fail 8 pickup rolls and suffering 2 blitz. Oh my god. That is not cricket, is it? Put you there. Explain why in a second. The risk here is to double both down. Which would leave him tied up. So I want to protect him as best we can. Not quite getting the job done today, is he? Oh, Swift. Right, Agi 3. This should be easy. Didn't matter. So it's going to be a slow grind again. We're down 2 turns now, so we've got to move a little bit quicker. There's every chance that we suffer a similar problem that Thernlow had in the first half and just hitting ourselves against a brick wall. Unable to get through. So we might have to play this a little canny. That's just a push. See how heavy he goes on this. We've had an idea. But it depends on if he commits far to this side, we're going to switch across the other way now. Because all of the Tomb Guardians are over here. And if we can get through these two, we might have acres of space to play with. So that's sort of an offering of salt, isn't it? Right. How are we going to get through here, he asks. Well, that's a 3 dice. That was a good decision. There. And then that's a 3 dice. And this might open up a channel for us. It might. Indeed. That's a stun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Might just need a GFI just to be on the safe side there. But we're going to commit to try and earn some ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a GFI for what I want to do there as well. I'm going to go there. So... trying to gain as much ground with the whole team. I don't mind scoring in 3 or 4 turns here, given the chance. So, again, do I need to make that GFI? No, I don't think I do. No, I think that's an unnecessary risk. we can do instead is just put you in there. No, we can't do that because we need a blitz through there. So I'm actually going to tag this Tomb Guardian. Just to keep him locked down. Then we're going to put you... No, we got to do this first. Just a clump of bodies. First rule of throw, Raz. We all know that by now. Every time. Every time. Good result. Put you there. I'm hoping this is just going to give us the bit of ground we need. What I'm trying to do is slow down. There's 2 of his 3 Tomb Guardians over here. And what he doesn't really have is the break, tackle, silly play option anymore either, because we've got so many players around the ball. That's a double push. That skeleton is doing its job. He's hitting with the Blitzer because he wants to free up the TG, but that means I can reposition that skeleton on something I want to tag next turn. Such as the Blitzer. That would be bold, but it's an option. So even with Agi 5, because of the break tackle, that's a... what? So it would be a 2+ dodge if it was just out of 1 tackle zone. So it's a 2+, 2+, 3+, 4+. Is it? It's a 4+ or a 5+ into there. I think he might try it. This is kind of his make or break play right now. When you've got a break tackle Tomb Guardian, which is on my wish list, there ain't nothing you can do if it wants to cage dive and it's going to roll its 4+. A standard cage dive is a 4+, so that would be with 2 players and the ball carrier. So we've got 3, so it's a 5+ to get in there. So we're going to take the sensible route, are we, instead? Right, we're going to go for the Tomb Guardian. Gonna knock him over. And he's alright, so that's good. So again, what I want to be looking to do is tagging this Tomb Guardian now with skeletons as much as I can. Just so I can try and force the break tackle to be used. There's a knockdown. Yeah, if we can keep tagging him with skeletons, then we kind of force the break tackle to be used to dodge away from that, rather than dodging it in the cage. Although actually, with where we are going, we're going to just keep ploughing down this side, to be honest. He's got a few players out of the game now. That tags him. Where are we going to get the extra bit of movement that I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. And a GFI, maybe. That is potentially okay. And then skeleton goes there. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. This is Khemri. We can't claim too much ground at once. Tempted to blitz with him, actually. No, we'll play it safe. We don't need to do anything daft here. You And then in order to cover the rest of this, we kind of just need to do that. Right, so next thing we want to do is we want to... Blitzra, he's got some movement on him, hasn't he? He's a bit slower, but he's guard. And we could tag him anyway. Put you there. Keep him locked down. Right, we're going to hit him. I guess that's fine. That gives us our blitz. With old Swifty. Throw it. Fails. Kind of bad, really. Kind of bad. Technically a base cage. Not a good thing. We wanted to be able to follow that, but we can't. This would be an interesting turn for him. This guard Tomb Guardian can come right up in here. We do still have numbers on him, which is good. He's down to 9, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, down to 9. So it's 11 versus 9 in our favour. So theoretically, if that keeps up, we should be able to just keep on motoring through. But obviously I wanted to gain that ground early doors because we saw the problems that Thernlow had last half when I was able to just sit in the midfield. He's going to try a chain push here. He can chain push onto the ball here. This is a good play. That knockdown's very useful for him and all. Oh, and that is bad news. So it's still a 2 dice uphill for him. Unless he goes crazy with the Tomb Guardian. That's a big removal. So he's all in at this point. If it's poker, he is now all in committed. He's just confirmed that for us. This is 2 uphill. He takes it. That's fine. Will he re-roll it? I imagine he will. He's all in on this. Okay, just a push. That was worth a go. That's kind of an irritating result. I've got a few players knocked away in the backfield. That's also kind of an irritating result. Because I bet he gets knocked out or something. Yeah. Didn't do his job. Suddenly we're in a tight spot. Suddenly we are in a tight spot. The numbers advantage is instantly gone the moment I mentioned it. The Blitzra is tied up on a Tomb Guardian. Although I think we might be able to surf this fella. Although I'm not playing for the surf. We want to stay. Useful stunt. We might be going for this turn. We'll see. Oh, I can't go for it. He's tied down. I don't know where I'm going anymore. This is bad. This is not good. I might have to blitz here. Then where are you going to sit? Oh, this drive is all falling to pieces. 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus, which would be crazy. What I wanted to do, I forgot about this skeleton here. Have a think. The momentum has gone from the drive, unfortunately. And I'm kind of feeling like I might need to uphill something. Such a not useful result. Yeah, they have. We're in a really tight spot. I kind of want this 4 plus to uphill through him. But it just... Well, I can't uphill through him, actually. I've already blitzed. But I now cannot uphill him because there's just a shot on the ball. I'm not happy with how this has gone. Because the cage is based. And that Tomb Guardian's probably coming in. Let's get the chill here for a turn. You know what? That is fine. I cannot uphill this. I can't do it. Because if I roll a both down or anything, he's just in. Oh, it could be the 0-0. I don't think I'm going to get scored on. It's not, like, I think he's right. Neither of us can just find that one dice roll we need to just settle this. That's good. Standing firm there means he doesn't have the route in here. Well, he does, actually, if he knocks him over, which is going to be the next trick. With 4 players, he's managed to shove me back here. We need a critical failure somewhere. And that was almost it. So he's still got a 2 dice on the ball if he wants it. Because this fella's got guard. And he just comes in and marks him up. And then he can take the 2 dice with the throw raw here. But it's just going to be scatter ball from that point. Yeah, tagging him with the spare blitzer, good play. So he's got his 2 dice here now if he wants it. That's just a skeleton trying to be irritating, because that is the job of a skeleton, of course. Oh, he's taking the double GFI route. Why? He's got no reroll here. Oh, fails the second one. Right. Is this the chance? Is this the chance? You get up. You just have to get a push here. That's fine. You kind of need more than a push here. But we'll see. I can't re-roll that. Okay. Because we need to dodge through here. I think the idea is that I'm going for this now. That's useful. It just frees up another player. Okay. We'll live with it. We'll call that burning a 1 and a 2, shall we? We're going for this now. Let's see what happens. We're in. We are in, and, well, we shouldn't lose from here. Man, I was sweating on that. Will my KO come back? Well, my KO's one will. It is the Tomb Guardian. Incredibly, I'm still on 3 rerolls despite all of this. So, it's the fabled Khemri 3 turn. Is it doable? Just out of interest, the dodge was a 6, so we would have made that anyway, regardless of which throw route it was. In fact, regardless of which player it was, I think even the Tomb Guardian might have scored there. Save, of course, the lack of movement. Yeah, I think Thernlow's fair. The 2 pluses have let him down when he's needed them. That break tackle in the first half hurt him. The good thing is that we really shouldn't lose from here unless something incredible happens. So the undefeated start should continue, but we'd like to see this out for a 1-0. We have taken a first bit of punishment, though. We've lost Ran Boneman for the next one against the Dark Elves. We haven't lost a tackle, and now it's all about actually keeping that tackle safe, because we are going to need that. This Dark Elf team has about 7 lodge pieces. So, Taylor Swift is going to be called into action next week against the Dark Elves. But that's why I'd like a win here, because next week has the potential to go very, very wrong. Playing 10 versus 11. I have a full complement. Obviously, a deep kick would be lovely here, as long as it doesn't go in the crowd. That's very deep. That's too deep. That's going to go in the crowd. Reroll for me is useless. Does go in the crowd. Damn it! Nuffle, you tease me so. Where does he go with it, though? 3 turns to do this. Who does he hand that to? Blitz-ra up the field. We're going to go for this. 1 reroll. That player's kind of out the game now. Had that have just landed on the field, we were probably okay. Now I'm sweating a bit. 6 goal saves a day there. Touchbacks are very, very useful for Khemri 3 turns. And he's just going to tag everything I've got here. He's going to base everything. And so he should. One man numbers advantage is gone. That's a very useful knockdown for him. Although, if he's going where I think he's going, it's going to be a base cage. And it's going to burn the reroll. Yeah, those 2 pluses are hurting him. Okay, we're going right on the sideline. So it's not a base cage. It's a sideline cage. But I think we can cover against that. So far, I think I've got enough free players to make this okay. Because he hasn't tagged this guard one. Oh, that's a break tackle that's worked. I think he'll GFI here. Let's try and mark him up. No, he marks that one up. Okay, that's fair. That's fair enough. Okay, so... you can actually chill in there. And be an extra assist. I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate that at all. No, that needs to happen. So... I'm going to sit on the cover there. You are just going to have to run across the field as best you can. Right, it's a GFI here. Tomb Guardians never fail these. There we go, the 6. Then it's a blitz here to knock that one over. And then that frees up the skeleton, all going well. To provide us more cover around here. Finally, that result. That's the 3rd one in a row he's rolled of them. Finally, it's useful. We're not going to pile on. Because you're coming around on the cover. And you... what are you going to do, dirty player? At the moment, he's got an obvious 2 dice because he's got his guard here. What's he like? He's got 2 turns to do this. No reroll. He's going to struggle to come through here, isn't he? I mean, the handoff play is unlikely to work. Going there doesn't affect anything. Going there might affect... No, it doesn't. It's not. He's better off being a free player. Yeah, he's better off just being a free player here. You can take a 1 dice here, because we've got rerolls to burn. We'll stay, because we're concerned about him coming through here. And you could make a 4+ dodge to come across. But you're actually marking him up quite nicely. And he could be a scoring threat, technically, Bob. So we're fine. The reroll being burned is great for us. It's really good. He's got the knock stuff over and he's got no reroll. If he fails anything, we're done, because he's not got a... Well, has he got a scoring threat? That skeleton's not in range, no. No reroll, any failure right now, and we're done. Because there's no scoring threat. He needs a player at least here, I think. Well, technically, if it's this player, he can sit there. But this turn, he must have a scoring threat, and I think we've made it difficult for him to get that. There's your failure. Really not his day today. Yeah, really not his day today. We could technically win. No, we couldn't win a 2-0. That's turn 16. He's right, it was a long shot. It was a tough ask for him. Stranger things have happened, I guess. It's a 1 dice. We can make it a fairly easy 2. Yeah, I thought he played really well today. Thernlow, actually. I'm very surprised to see him so far down the table. He's unfortunately been taking a bit of a dicing, I think, over the course of the season. We can afford to just hit stuff and try and find some SPP now. I mean, he isn't a scoring threat, is he? So we can try and knock him over anyway. Just in case there was some crazy chain push play. That's that one gone. You are... As long as I don't commit to him, he can't push him, right? So there's no need to do that. We can go for a glory kill on his Tomb Guardian. Now, realistically, I should have just bolted down the skeleton to try and level this Tomb Guardian of mine. Doesn't look like the Tomb Guardians are going to level, and I really hope they would today. Just chill there. And I suppose we can hit a throw rock, can't we? I guess. Although I don't really want to risk this Agi 3 throw rock getting hurt. No, I'm fine as it is. I'll just hit him. For what it's worth. How many times? You know what? Anyone with Taylor Swift in their fantasy team is going to be very disappointed. Ah, he got one. Tim's just badly hurt and regens. So no, we're comfortable with this. Thernlow will be back. He did very well last season. I say he was right in the top sort of 4 of that fresh division. I think it was 6D last season. So he'll be back. We're about to go 5 wins out of 5 though. Ah, yeah, if he's lost 2 Tomb Guardians and 2 Blitz-Ras, that'll certainly explain it. It's a rebuild season. Yeah, like we said at the start, it was going to be the inducements that cost me today, cost me the game, if it was going to happen. The bribe was gone instantly. The fireball gave him some pitch position, but we were just about able to cover it, although it was a failed 2+ that saved us there. Overall, I don't think my dice were great, but I think Thernlow's were pretty bad. The major shame is Ra and Bone Man. Mainly because of the MNG factor. I can live with a movement bust. Hopefully he gets a Kaz here. Ah, not quite. Thick Skull. Save from the KO. Yeah, at the moment his team's kind of backwards. All the skeletons have got all the development and the throw Ras, but the Tomb Guardians and the Blitz Ras are struggling. That's another stun. Yeah, Vanity Pass makes sense here. 4+ pass, 3+ catch. No reroll. No problem. Absolutely fine. Nice work. Love to see Khemri passing. So hopefully the MVP lands on one of them and not a skeleton. There we go. The Khemirates are really marching on. 15 points out of 15, eh? Nobody mentioned the P word. Oh wow, that's a lot on the winners. Right, I can definitely afford a stadium enhancement now. We talked about it a bit last week. I can't hide from it any longer. He got it as well! Hey, Helter Skelter. So there we go. He gets a level of Blitzer. So good result for Thernlow there. That's a waste for me, really, that MVP. Would have much preferred that somewhere else. But a win is a win is a win. No levels from the game. But not the end of the world. The most important thing is it's another 1-0 win. I really seem to be able to grind them out a bit recently. We're at 1560 now, although that'll be much lower, of course, after we burn all that cash. We'll have a look at next week's opponent in a second. That's not looking bad, is it? That's now a 5-point lead over everybody else in the division, with some still to play, of course. But that's not looking bad at all. Top 2, remember, for the dreaded P word that we're not talking about. Next week, it's this lot. Dead MMO and walking. Look at the state of this. So this is problems for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 5 Blodge players, sorry. That one isn't Blodge. It's only a Witch Elf. 5 Blodge players. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is it? That's 12 players, isn't it? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. So we even got a bench. Who's he playing this week? Mad Commandos. That's Nurgle. The Nurgle could do me some favours here, actually. 1670 Nurgle. Glodian could really help me out by MNGing a few of those elves, which would really make my life a lot easier. But the Khemirates are flying this season. That's week 5 done. Unfortunately, we do lose Ra and Bone Man for next week, which is a shame. But he'll take it for a win, and the movement bust's not the end of the world. He's strength 5, so that more than makes up for it, really. Right, folks, I'm going to wrap this up here. So we'll be back next week for the game against the Dark Elves. And then the week after that is, I think, Hood and the All Beastman and a Minotaur Chaos, who are starting the motor, so that'll be a good game. So, actually, over the next 2 weeks, we are playing 3rd and 2nd. So, that's going to be a challenge to keep this winning streak going. But it's so far so good, isn't it? We'll catch you next time.